Hello. I'd like to introduce you to the customized IAMGPT. The customized IAMGPT is the same system as the ChatGPT for OpenAI headquarters, which is worth 50 trillion won, but with a little bit more improvement. Of course, it's dependent on this engine. If you ask your head office for a copy of an OpenAI solution, and you want to do business, it's like asking them for a copy of Google. You're going to be a crazy person, right? Now let's take a look at some of the key features. That's the first one. This ChatGPT engine is the key engine for OpenAI. So you can search just like you did for ChatGPT. Sample question at the top. Click on Search, hit Search, and here we have the search. The second one is the world's first question generating capability that we developed on IAMGPT. This is the first one. Usually, when you use GPT, you have to come up with a good question. Most of the time you can't think of a question because you can't think of a question. Let's test it out. First, let's ask this question. I want to ask this question. What happens when the company is in crisis? I want to know. It's a question generator, so it makes up a question. So let's say 30 questions. Let's say 30 characters. Let's say the total characters. Let's say 1,000 characters. And then we want the details of the company. As a marketing company, I put it in here. I told them that I'm a marketing company with 300 employees, that I work with large clients, and that my sales are down. There's a question coming up. Take a quick look at the 30 questions. What are the signs or indicators of a company in crisis? Then revenue function. How does that affect financial health and safety? Then what are the potential reasons for a 3% decrease? And how does the size of a company of 300 affect their ability to get through a crisis? How can a company's reliance on big business as a client contribute to a crisis situation? That's the big question. What can companies do to identify and address the root cause of the decline in profits? So as we go through this, there are some questions that we didn't think about. So we're going to check that out and we're going to come back to the question. And we're going to get a much more important answer. What's the third one? The third one is the document search engine function. That doesn't exist in OpenAI. The document search engine function is this menu on the left. This is the Documents menu. It's a feature that we currently offer to most users, paying. We have the ability to go overseas and post a PDF document and ask questions. And a lot of these offer free and pay as you go. Free only gives you limited capabilities, and you can switch to paying for them. So we're going to do the same thing with our plan. We're going to take advantage of this on the employee side. Or we're going to take advantage of this on the user side. But a user can't create that functionality. A user is the viewer, the administrator, current administrator ID, and when the administrator puts it up, we can see through this feature. Which means we can search here with documents. This document feature allows me to click on the file I already have up there and put a question in here. First of all, summarize this document. And it's going to show me first what this document is about. So right now, this is what the users are watching. In user mode, our customers. It summarizes it like this. Now I'm going to click on the document below. And it's going to tell me about the 20 key features. That's where you're going to select an important feature. And you're going to ask the question again. That's how you upload this file on the left-hand side. And you're going to ask the question inside this file. That's a very important feature. So it's not currently being serviced in OpenAI. Organizations or enterprises can share information with their employees. So if an employee is using this file, the company doesn't know what file this employee is using. But if they're using the corporate file, they can check up here at the admin level what files they're uploading. They can open up the contents of that file. You can see this, or you can see what kind of questions they're asking through those files. So we have very important capabilities to be able to look at the questions that our employees are asking, and to be able to help them figure out where their problems are. But in a place like this, where individuals are using their own data, the company has no idea. Just like the employee has no idea what issues they're struggling with, what issues they're curious about. Here, of course, you can't know unless you're in their account. This is the company-specific, business-specific, document-specific function. Fourth, there are 3 subjective modes for enterprise or organization functions. This one is user mode, this one is share mode, and this one is employee mode. The user will pre-set up a file of what they're going to see when they come in: products, policies, businesses. And when a customer comes in and chooses a menu and asks a question, they are free to ask any related question. That way, you can have the consultation function as well. And then here at Share, which is currently visible to all of our employees, information that everyone in the company sees, or that executives see together, or that you want to share in your company or organization, can be put up here and edited by admins. This is where we authorize the account for each and every employee. So once I've authorized the employee account, here's the administrator. Here's the authorization employee. Here's the disable. So if you're an employee and you're approved, you can go in here, you can post your documents, you can use them in the workplace. And the head office has the ability to do all of that as an administrator and help your employees with their problems. The fifth one is a very important one. We can develop different prompts that are built in to customize and develop special features on the needs of organizations and groups. These features are not available at ChatGPT headquarters. Why? Because we can't create that source. However, once an organization acquires the IAMGPT, they can modify the source. If you make a request to modify it, you can work with OnlyOne Labs to create a frump and upload it. Then let me show you an example. I'd like to introduce you to a particular frump question developed by our lab. This employee's secretary, an AI helper, is giving me feedback. Aren't you curious? How did we get such an answer on this GPT? If you look at the management files within your company, you'll find these management information about employees. In your company, you connect this management information to the GPT. Now, this is something that will only be customized if you ask for it. So you're going to see an icon here. You're going to see a button here that says Start Company Employee Feedback. And it's going to take the data from the management file that you have in your company. Ask the question internally and get it answered. It's going to take these answers and automatically send them to the manager or the employee, or the target in a text or any other way. If you connect this automatically, once a week, once a month, automatically, you can take the company's information. You don't have to touch it. And you can send the questions and the answers to the person responsible. It really is an extra hand, isn't it? It's not just that. Product management, business management, policy management, business management. All of those things, as long as you have quantified data. You can always use this automation to automatically send a message to the person responsible for it. I think these capabilities will contribute greatly to our company's businesses only through this customized IAMGPT. And then the sixth one is another feature that you would never get from a solution like ChatGPT headquarters. That's the administrator feature. So if you look at this administrator feature right here, you can see the members. We can see the list of members, so we can see all of our customers, or we can start with the company's employee profile and check their employee database. What if there are a lot of customers? Then we can provide this for our customers. If you put in data that's very important for a user, that's unique to this site, and you promote it, people will get a membership here and check their database to click on this document and pop in a sample question about this document. If you select the document first and then go to Edit and click on this menu, this is what you're going to get. If you click here and enter a question, you can enter a sample question about this document here, and you're going to get something like this. In some ways, all platforms are used to obtain customers or to obtain databases. Of course, there is also the ability to convert to monetary value. In the case of WRTN, we're providing for free and gathering customer databases. So in order for your company to be able to check all of your customers and all of your employees, you need an IAMGPT. If you don't have an IAMGPT solution in your competitors' hands, you can get customers in that area very quickly. And if you provide them with the right information through a document menu, you can also get them as paid members. And you can do search-based marketing using their history, their search history. Like a bunch of portals. 7th, let's take a look at how you can use the IAMGPT solution to monetize or expand your business. On the left-hand side of document 1, let's focus on gathering the best information that our customers need to be able to service and use for free. So what we're going to do is we're going to have them sign up as a user. And then we're going to have them do a search on this document. And then we're going to use that information. And then we're going to use their search information. And then we're going to do another database marketing. I can supply my company at this time, but I'm looking at the data they left behind. And I'm asking questions about a very large project that my company can't supply. If you're asking questions about a construction project, you can connect with the construction company and service this customer. The second one is the documentation menu on the left side, which is the ability to collect very advanced information that your customers need and provide it as a service and charge for it. First as a user, then as a member, and then as a member. And then as a user, and then as a member, and then charge for it. The third one is like the fifth feature above. You saw the prompt earlier. You can have specific prompt functionality feedback capabilities. You can have business management capabilities, product development capabilities. And you can have a lot of these features built in and monetized. So now that you've got all of these capabilities supplied to you through the IAMGPT for your company, you're able to develop and modify your application source. Why don't you use the IAMGPT to revolutionize the flow of customers, monetization, and business management of your company? Thank you.